Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. This nightmare, well, we're going to hit some pretty big nightmares, but this one's high on the list. It's the Great War, World War I, and we're going right to the Eastern Front, and let me tell you, it's not all quiet. I'll do a quick recap, but first, let's go around and meet our characters. So I want to know who you are. It's been a little while since we've delved into our Russian characters for our 1916 Petrograd arc. This is our third episode of that, by the way. So I want to know who you are, who your character is, and what their vibe is as they head to the front. So we'll start with Marvin.
Right. So, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing the scholar Montolio Ignoramuses. Sort of an occult specialist. Yes, other Marvins.
I've been trying to turn the volume on it down the whole time. And it finally loaded when you started talking.
Oh, boy.
How fortuitous.
Right? It's like, I'm Marvin.
Okay.
I love the show. But as I was saying, Montolio is an occult specialist on a mission right now to obtain the secrets of Rasputin himself for his arcane network. His vibe right now, if you've watched the last show, you may have, noticed that Montolio gained a giant spider from his arcane network.
A truly memorable moment.
The spider's gone. I have no idea where it went. One day it just wasn't there. So now we have a giant Japanese spider monster roaming around the Tsar's palace.
Juraguma.
Oh,
Hey,
awesome.
Juraguma.
I was expecting that you'd be like riding that thing, but I guess not.
In the battle.
Yeah. Oh well.
I might be able to find
Against
it.
machine guns. That sounds like it'll work.
I think they'd be so frightened by a giant spider that they won't fire the machine guns for at least 5 seconds.
Well, we'll have to see what happens.
Surprise attack.
I can make it seem like there's a giant spider anyway, I guess.
Well, we do have that. And speaking of which, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I am playing one of my rare non-violent characters. Her name is You There. She's a forest spirit. She still doesn't understand that You There isn't a name. Last game, she did some things. She's kind of forgotten what they were.
Well, I'll do a quick
that's
recap.
right.
I know it's been a while.
Oh no, I got the egg back for Baba Yaga because she asked me to.
Yes, and they hatched.
It did, so that was nice. And Rasputin had an orgy, and that was nice. And some of my friends tried to betray. Well, friends is a strong word.
Betrayed is a strong
Some
word.
of these people that I just met tried to thwart the will of Baba Yaga, and that wasn't nice.
Thought about it.
I did. I tried. No
didn't work
offense
out.
to Baba Yaga.
But you know what?
It's not for my own personal
It's time to put our differences aside. And one of our more different characters.
Apparently, we're going to the front of a battle. I don't know what that is versus the back of one.
Well, you will soon see. But first, let's meet Svetlana, played by Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas, and I am playing Svetlana, who's just as clueless about the front of a battle as you there. She's
Hello.
born and raised on a farm, so the battlefront, we'll see. However, she's feeling better about things. She was told that she has possible redemption into this dark and maddening life of being a vampire, or what she thinks that is anyway. So, with some hope, she will continue to go on. And I don't know, she's been getting a little bit of talking to by a certain human somebody, and it's also making her go on.
Interesting. Well, hope is in short supply in this time and place. Next up, let's meet Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick. I am playing Dragomir Tchaikovsky, the Hollowed. Last time, I tried to make sure that Rasputin didn't die, and made sure that the people part of the magical ritual didn't die. And then I went to try to get the egg, and I didn't win. That's fine. I harbor no resentment over it.
Well,
I'm joking.
that is good to know.
But yeah, my Colts, after that, they've stared death in the face and saw that a lot of people are just willing to mow people down with machine guns, and that's hardened them, and they've kind of gotten a little bit worse. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. They're fanatics now. And Dragomir has control over them? I mean...
Alright, well, let's see what happens
Yeah.
as this cult heads to war.
Yeah.
So, last time, there were indeed some shenanigans going down at the Winter Palace, all surrounding a ritual in which Rasputin, sort of helping, maybe unintentionally, he was helping out Baba Yaga, who gave him the egg in the first place. This egg hatched, and out came the Firebird, a magical, mythic creature of vast importance to the Russian people. However, the Firebird has escaped and is currently in the wind. But right now, everybody needs to put their differences aside because at the end, the Tsarina herself showed up and dispatched everybody to the front, where the Central Powers, the Germans and the Austrians in this case, sent a special unit known as the Wolf Brigade on a mission which could spell disaster for everybody. So we'll get to that, but first let's kind of go around and do our opening moves. So we'll start with maybe see what some of the other factions are up to as you head off to war. So we'll start with Dragomir.
Yes, mainly because I'm terrible with Wild faction. I'm going to go with Wild today.
Yep.
I kind of want to know if they have any stake or what their stakes are in the war efforts, or the fact that there is a war going on, if maybe Baba Yaga or her kind are using it to their advantage.
Interesting. Children of Baba Yaga, of course, being the Wild faction in this game. Not so good?
I rolled a 7 minus 2.
Ooh. Well, you still get to mark it.
I still get the market.
Still gets
So that's something. You learn nothing.
In fact, I'm probably going to war position off now. I messed with Baba Yaga, and I'm sure I'm going to get that.
That is correct. There might be some... Yeah, I think you will be caught flat-footed by someone from the Wild faction. Perhaps this very game.
Jeez, I don't know any associates of Baba Yaga. Let me mark corruption.
How about Svetlana?
So it was the Empress that showed up at the end, right?
Yeah, and she asked you guys, she told you to head off to war.
Okay. I'm gonna need some faith to go on, a plan, some kind of something from her or her faction, I believe, that's gonna make me.
Okay. I mean, she's technically in power because she's in the thrall of Rasputin, but you could also do mortality for her because she is the Empire. This is Alexandra of the Romanov.
I was trying to remember who I made wet his pants last time. It was Iliador.
Yeah. Poor Iliador.
No, he deserved it.
I know, really.
Yeah.
He really does.
Oh, Iliador.
Okay. Beyond that,
He
I'm trying to roll for power if I could, but
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
If
she's with power.
I know that you said she links better with mortality.
Well, I say either for her.
Okay.
Why don't you get
Other
power?
than
roll?
that, Jack Reed just buggers the hell out of me. I'm just
Oh yeah, what is that guy up to?
He's an American
he's
and
wise,
Soviet.
though.
Yeah, he is.
He is. He's my ultimate question, but it doesn't bug me as much as now going to war. So that's why I
okay.
asked about that. Like, what are you truly trying to gain from this, perhaps? Like, why are we going to the front when you probably have some sicko mercenaries you could put up there?
That is true.
So that's a 10.
Okay. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'll let you ask that question. Like, why you guys? Well, you say sicko mercenaries. There's no sicko mercenaries.
We're the sicko mercenaries.
Yeah, you are the sicko mercenaries. Because, like, as you will soon discover, the Russian army is in shambles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Especially if we're the best they got.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's
sad, but
very
true.
concerning
My
in a
character
way.
is clueless about war, so that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
If they have nobody and we're up front, get that. Okay.
So I would say, like, from asking around, you discover that, like, the Russian army, terrible morale, terribly trained, terribly equipped, terribly led.
Terribly
It is-
sexy.
No. I'm gonna veto that one. Unless you find, like, starving, pressed peasants
Gotcha.
with, like, pitchforks sexy. I don't know, maybe that's your thing.
They do
Look,
have
I-
Rasputin.
So
Yeah, Rasputin's not in the army, though.
Kate Moss was a very popular model.
Okay.
Some have.
So yeah, and so you do learn. Oh, and something else you learn that you will perhaps soon discover is that there's been kind of a crisis of leadership with general after bad general taking over the Russian army and leading them to disaster after disaster. So currently, sort of based on a vision from Rasputin, the Tsar Nicholas himself is commanding the armies and doing a terrible job.
Tsar Nicholas?
Yes. So that's who you're. In fact, that's who you're going to meet. How about you there? What would you like to do for your
I'd
opening
like to
movie?
Thank you.
I would like to research the Baron again.
Okay, so it's Baron Ungern von
Yeah.
Sternberg.
Yes, because he's probably going to the front too, and I want to figure out where he's going.
Okay.
I know he's night faction, so this will probably go horribly, but oh crap, that's actually a good roll on night for her.
Oh my god.
Well,
So that's a 9.
What can I
That
have
is
one?
as good as she can roll on night. By the way, I'm willing to take for the debt from it because I know that I take a debt and somebody else has a debt to me.
Right.
Whoever gives me the information on how to find him at the front is the one that I owe the debt to.
Okay. I mean, it might be. I'd probably say Marin is the one who's like the information broker.
Okay.
He would be the one who's willing to kind of spill the beans on Baron, on the Baron.
Marin?
Yeah, Marin and the Baron. Oh, boy.
Marin the vampire.
Sounds like a
from last
sitcom.
Yes, this is Marin the vampire. Yeah.
This is a really bad sitcom.
And what you learn from him is that Sternberg might not be at this particular front. Like this is a multi. I mean, there is the big one is of course the Eastern Front, but the Russian Empire is also fighting like the Turks and kind of the South, and like they're doing a bunch of stuff in the Balkans.
The Ottomans?
Yeah, the Ottoman Turks.
Well, where is he? Which front is he at?
It's a little bit unclear. I mean, he's kind of doing stuff in central Russia as well.
Okay.
So he might show up, but the odds are he's kind of staying away from the actual battlefields. at the
And
moment.
somebody from Night also owes me a debt, but that maybe we could get into when certain other characters are introduced. I don't know.
Okay.
It's up to you. Oh, somebody from Night could owe me a debt right now. But I don't know who that would be.
Let's see. There might be ones who won't show up in this particular game, but they might. Why don't you hold that? Like, why don't you write down you owe somebody, and we'll decide that when some more Night characters show
Well,
up.
Marin, I owe Marin already.
Yeah.
But somebody from Night also owes me. I think that's how this opening boost works on 7
Right.
to 9, right?
So why don't you hold off and kind of decide that when some more are introduced? You can kind of like when they appear, you can be like this guy,
Okay.
because they might not make an appearance in this particular one. All right. How about Igantre?
so I'm going to call upon some magical help to help track down that giant spider that I lost. Yeah.
All right. Probably power.
I don't want that.
You think you go to Rasputin himself for some help?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Of course.
I mean, I'll just come clean. I had a giant spider, summoned it in the last fight. Now it's gone.
He's like, hey, who among us cannot say that?
Most people don't have a giant spider.
I can't see it.
Snake eyes.
Ooh.
Wow, that's the opposite of my roll.
Could be worse. It could be -1.
Oh
Good
boy.
name.
Rasputin's like, I would help you, but a little busy at the moment.
No, you don't understand. There's a giant spider somewhere in this palace.
It's not in the palace anymore, buddy. It's somewhere else.
And you don't understand, like, I have like 3 duchesses back there.
Yeah.
I need to worship with me.
It's a Duchess oven.
Yeah, so I would. So I need to go do that instead.
Oh,
Good
boy.
luck with your spider
Dad
problem.
joke day. I'm doing a lot of dad jokes.
So I'm
Lot of
gonna get the
puns.
heck out of the palace then before people start disappearing.
We'll see where that spider turns up. But you guys are actually leaving the palace, and you're heading into the Brest region of Belarus.
Yeah, we are.
Near this area called the town of Barnachivi. And this is the front. So right now the battles have kind of slowed down. It's not really like how it was in the West with like trenches everywhere and everybody would just like move an inch and that was it. There's a lot more distance between the armies, but it does have the same slow feeling of like an offensive, it fails. An offensive, it fails.
It's like the American Civil War.
Yeah, kind of very similar to that. Each time just building up the bodies.
Just The ground is too hard to make a good trench here.
I should think so. And there's maybe more land as well. But there are also a lot of our poor, bedraggled, under-equipped, miserable-looking soldiers. You guys are like walking through the camp. There's rows and rows of these threadbare tents, and all around them you see the conscripts, just like starving to death. Some of them got guns, maybe, but like that's it.
Poor souls.
Yeah, just like these miserable-looking men who may soon be sent to their death for a cause that they can't even really understand or name.
Hoping they not send us here to boost morale.
I don't think they did, but if they do, expected of us, I don't think we're gonna do very well. Not right about now. As I look back and notice my cult just kind of like wearing ramshackle armor, I'm like,
yeah, your
great.
cult is trailing after you.
Yeah.
So soon enough, you reach a humongous tent in the very center. This is the command post of Tsar Nicholas II himself. You are let in by Atman Taurus, our leshy-eating, werebear giant Cossack. Who caused you guys a little bit of trouble last time. He tangled with your spider, as I recall.
Yeah, I thought he was our enemy.
Well, I mean, he serves the Tsar, as long as he provides some carnage, which this is. So, Atman Taurus says, like, "Ah, yes, the newcomers. Enter, enter."
It's good to see you again.
So I'm to enter.
A spider!
I'm to enter twice. How will I do this?
Come inside the tent.
How much of it?
The whole tent.
You can come all the way in.
Ah, this is boring me. Enter. He swaggers his way inside. So, within the whole area, very richly furnished. It's got, like, carpet, maybe, like, even a chandelier dangling from the top of the tent.
How do they get a chandelier in here?
It's, I don't know, glamping.
Metal
I guess.
struts are in the
Yeah.
Oltadola. So.
Lots of fancy furniture, delicious food laid out. And everywhere there's, like, big battle maps of the region. There's aides de camp and generals and commanding officers running
Marks all
around.
over the maps.
Is this food for us or for you?
Are you asking for Taurus?
I'm asking whoever.
Oh, what are you asking about, the food or the maps?
Yes, is this food for us?
Taurus is like, if you're hungry, I suppose.
How much of it can I take?
You are here to do more than just eat. Go and listen to the Tsar.
So a little bit.
She takes a huge amount of the food, walks out of the tent, gives it to some of the starving people, then comes back into the tent.
Whoa.
The people are very hungry. You should not keep all the food in here. You should give some of it to them.
Oh, man.
Or at
You
least
there with the
just-
nice
not
with the
wrong.
charity. So, at the very center, you see there are two individuals, one of which, probably familiar, maybe even to you there, who definitely saw his portrait when you were at the Winter Palace, everywhere. It is Tsar Nicholas II himself, kind of this lean fellow with a very neat beard and goatee and like this elaborate white uniform with a half cape, gold braid, epaulette, sword. Right now he's like looking at all these maps, and as you come in, he's like, "Oh, yes, did my darling sent you?
Yes, indeed. We have been sent here by the Tsarina.
Oh, just in time. So, I have heard that you are friends with Rasputin, yes?
Yes, I'd say
Acquaintances?
I'm a friend myself, maybe acquaintances for the rest of them.
I've watched him copulate.
We've all have.
We've all watched that.
Tsar Nicholas is like, do not soil my ears with such horrible things.
Oh, so you've seen it too.
No, we do not talk about
His
that.
eyes have already been soiled. His
Stop
ears.
talking about this right now. Stop it.
Okay, I like my head on my shoulders, so I'll stop
You can see
talking.
he's whining loudly and annoyingly as he says
I'm
this.
sorry, do you not copulate?
No, I mean, yes, I do. Stop! Ah!
The Emperor
Okay.
has no clothes.
Stop it! No, I have lots of clothes. Look at how fancy these are. Beautiful.
They are.
Indeed.
Quite beautiful.
Thank you. Now, tomorrow, another offensive. I know all the past 10 offensives have failed. This time it will not. We're going to rally up these soldiers. I will give the command. Their hearts will sing with the glory and patriotism of Russia. They will charge over into Barnachivi and take it from the hated Germans. Yes, you.
What went wrong the first 10?
Well, they ran into heavy machine gun fire and artillery, and the enemy had entrenchments, and those coward, worthless soldiers withdrew. But this time they will not. This offensive will succeed. I know it.
Have you done anything about the entrenchments? And
No.
the machine?
I have not. Why would I? This time, the soldiers, their hearts will be filled with the patriotic spirit of Russia, and they shall overcome the enemy.
And they should also be filled with lead.
Their stomachs
Okay.
need to be filled with food. They're not going to fight very
Okay,
well.
okay. I am the Tsar, and I am ordering this offensive. He storms away, heading to another figure who was kind of lurking in the shadowy
This is
back
how
of
we
the
all
tent.
die.
So he doesn't know the definition of insanity.
Doing the same thing over and over again.
An
expecting different
offensive,
results.
another offensive.
Yikes.
So this other figure is this broad-shouldered. She's like wearing a hood, so you can't see too much, but you definitely can see like fur and teeth, and also like within the sleeves of this hood, there are like heavy silver claws. It is also red. She's wearing like this kind of modified, double-breasted, like sort of old or very old-fashioned like red coat, like a British soldier from the Victorian age, maybe not that long ago, would wear it. So the Tsar goes over by her and he's like, Lady Grey, please talk to these newcomers. You were the one who originally asked for them, and you said you had a special purpose for them. They are criticizing me. Lady Grey,
We would never criticize our Tsar.
Oh, thank you. Good. I'm glad you're not. Lady Grey says, I'm certain they were not criticizing you, sir. She is a deep, rumbling, aristocratic accent. Lady Grey, I should say, this is Lady Roxanne Grey DeForest, who was Kat's character in our last arc.
Oh.
She's gone up from dame to lady,
To
and now,
hideous monster.
well, she's always in she's always in sort of transformed form at this point, just to be ready to throw down if the need presents itself.
It's like Professor Hulk.
Yeah, Professor Hulk, except maniacal rather than kindly.
So,
Say tomato.
I say potato.
so Tsar Nicholas says, I will leave her to give you your instructions. Now I need to go out and give another fantastic speech to the troops, fill their hearts up with glory and the love of country, and then send them off to their offensive and victory.
And to die.
Victory!
To die for the cause. To die for
What
the
nobler thing could there be? So he struts out, followed by Atmantaris.
As we're all kind of watching, can I try to take a quick second to glance at the battle maps that have been laid out to kind of see what else has been going on, any other plans that have been going?
Why don't you roll investigate a place of power for mortality?
Excellent. That's a 9.
Okay. So you're not like a super tactical thinker, but you don't have to be to realize this offensive is doomed to failure.
But is there any other pieces at play that I see marked on the map?
There are.
Okay.
There's a particular, a bit kind of to the south of the battlefield to be. There's sort of like a rocky promontory area with an X on it you can see is marked for some reason.
Okay. That's also, I level up, so.
Ooh, cool.
Nice.
Yep.
So Lady Grey says, in fact, while you're examining that, Lady Grey looks at you, Svetlana, and she, beckons you over with a big claw. And she's like, Miss Svetlana, a word in private, if you please. I'm trying to match Kat's growly aristocrat voice. I don't know if I'm doing... I'm trying.
Sure.
But,
Lady
just
Grey.
imagine she's talking like that.
Sure, Lady Grey.
So she brings you over kind of to the edge of the tent, away out of earshot of everybody. And she says, I understand you are sired by an acquaintance of mine. He went by the name of Dracula. Is that not so?
You know him? Many
I
people know of him, but you
I
don't know
rammed a sword through his body, tore out his heart, and turned him to dust.
him. My hand slowly is going to a handle.
No. I bore him ill will, for he attempted to conquer my country and my queen. You I hold in much higher regard. My dear child, you have been a victim all your life. Sold to Dracula by some Russian noble, were you not? And now, perhaps against your will, you serve who? This Countess Bathory?
She helps me with what I need, but there could be many better masters to serve, I'm sure.
Oh, indeed. And the boyars are very poor masters. Countess Bathory has a sort of low cunning, but you must understand the boyars are always feuding and fighting. Bathory happens to be on top for the moment, but the boyars are chaos. It's no place for someone like you. I am offering you something else. I want you to leave the boyars behind and join Ordo Sanguis. I assure you, we know what to do with talent like yours.
You sound like you know so much and have so many people that you can rely on. You sure you want me?
I do, because while there are certainly many people I can rely on, very few are placed highly in the Tsar's court and in the boyars. This would be our arrangement. I wouldn't take you back to England with me at first. I would want to keep you in Russia, in Petrograd. You would meet with our ambassador there. I believe you know him, Livingston. I knew his father, actually. He equally unlucky, but a good man.
I would love to ask you about him someday.
Ah.
In your stories.
Well, our arrangement, there will be other times for that. You will go to Admiral Livingston and tell him what you know. I will send the questions to him, and you'll be a source of information on the inner workings of the Romanov court.
So you wish me to report to you?
Yes, well, to Admiral Livingston and through him to me.
Okay.
He knows only a little, but we can consider it... Again, you are just providing information to a trusted ally. And our nations are allies, after all, so it's not really spying.
This is an honor and something I think I would be glad to help with. Information sounds a lot better to deal with than battlefront.
Okay. So you can write down that she owes you a debt, provided you follow through on being like a spy.
Oh no, yeah, I'm looking at her in fear and awe and like just confusion, but all that together. Yeah, I understand it quite well.
All right. Well, now you've turned traitor, but all right, it's all good. So after that, she kind of gets everyone's attentions back, and she's like, "Now, this is what I need you to do. My Howling Hussars are going to, the Royal Claws, my personal werewolf guards. They're currently engaged in battle elsewhere on the front. I will go and join them. We have to mop up some resistance. But that does leave an open path here," and she points to that spot on the map. I believe the Wolf Brigade, as the Howling Hussars are now known, are going to make an attempt to take over this place. And why it is, I'm not entirely sure, but if they want it, it must be important. It is only an old cabin that belonged to a Polish warlock and sorcerer by the name of Pan Tardarowski. It is, of course, half mired in legend about what exactly the great Tardarowski did here. So perhaps that has something to do with it. I need you to go to this cabin, take it over, investigate it, see exactly why it is important to the Wolf Brigade.
Can
Yes.
I put a face to the name as far as Pantarowski goes?
Sure.
Are they wild or power?
They'd be power.
And I'll assist her.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because you probably have some
I'm
good
wild.
occult knowledge.
I know, and I'm powered. Ooh boy, nope.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
It's a lot. It's 13.
Whoa, okay.
Ooh.
So Pan Tardarowski, he's way in the past. He's like from Elizabethan times, and he is a Polish occultist who supposedly sold his soul to the devil for magical knowledge. He would like summon ghosts.
Like Faust.
Yeah, very similar. A Faustian bargain. He would like summon ghosts, build fantastic inventions. A lot of those great inventions for like, the King of Poland and other kings in Eastern Europe before he apparently avoided getting claimed by the devil by traveling to the moon and escaping there.
No good comes from making deals with devils. You always have to make such drastic measures to get out of it.
That is a good point.
Like going to the moon?
Very much.
Yeah, but he's up there. He's like, maybe not Merlin, but like John Dee kind of level.
He's a very important person. Baba Yaga's dealt with him before.
Ah, interesting.
That's probably true.
He is sort of the Polish equivalent of her, in a way.
Interesting.
Interesting, yes.
So
He's also a nature spirit or them of sorts.
He's goes more into devilry, but still it's the consolidation of power.
So he's more like Merlin then. The Welsh Merlin. Or
Yes, but he was condemned to live backwards for his power.
True.
He will not be the last to have such a thing inflicted upon him.
I would assume not. People make deals with powerful things they do not understand, and that tends to backfire supremely on them.
Lady Grey's like looking at you, Svetlana. She's like, I'm sure that's very rarely the case. Now, so head to this cabin, occupy it, and wait until the royal claws arrive. If the Wolf Brigade attacks, I trust you can hold them off.
My precious child of the forest, what have you done to your nails? Does this not hurt you?
Oh, she holds up those silver claws and she's like, once it did, now nothing much really hurts me.
Concerning? But okay.
So what will be your compensation for all of this?
Probably not dying at the hands of the Germans or the Howling Hussars.
I should say so. You will know, because of this, you will not be included in this disastrous offensive. I will tell you this, though. If Pan Tartarowski is such a wonderful occultist, he may have other treasures hidden there.
Sounds like fun. I could always use more treasures.
Piques my interest. Oh, yes.
Bring that which is concealed by false to light the truth.
And
So-
make some money on the foot.
So Lady Grey, pulls down her hood, showing off this snarling, very large wolf face.
My cold, you can hear kind of a murmur of just like, oh my god, people are concerned about having seen a werewolf like this.
Oh, come on, guys. You've seen a werewolf before.
But not like this.
Not this kind of
This
werewolf.
one seems to be good at what she does.
This is a very particular werewolf. Unlike most you'll ever run into.
So Lady Grey heads out to rally the royal claws. Everyone else starting to trudge out for the offensive. Tsar Nicholas has finished his patriotic speech, and now it's offensive time. So
I do want to actually, before they go off, I do want to get at least a good gathering of them, and I want to speak to them with my my followers behind me.
Oh right,
And
you gotta
I
try
actually-
and minister.
Yes, I want to try to bestow some modicum of power from my faith onto them as I give a rousing speech that you here are... I will not lie, you are going to run the risk of death. But death is not the end, there is always much to go on afterwards. The afterlife is what is important. But I hope and I aim to make sure that none of you suffer pain before the end. Make sure that those who do come out the other end come out well. And I'm going to try to give them, this group, some modicum of defense by giving them armor.
Ooh, okay.
I'll assist you in that. By handing out useless trinkets and saying they're magic.
General power.
Oh
You
man.
awful human being.
How do we do with the?
I rolled a
7.
10. I rolled a 10, so it brings it to
Okay, yeah, it worked.
I do get a point of corruption.
Nice.
There's also something I wanted to do before we move on. But
Yeah, there'll be
let's
time.
finish it.
There is a as I hold up my 9-tailed whip and kind of just give a sanctifying kind of, not whipping anybody but like motion over them. You guys can all see this. they themselves cannot see it. They kind of all have this symbol slightly glowing above them of a 9-tailed whip.
Okay.
A symbol of the Truthbringer.
Here you go, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Just giving out these.
I would ask that you not hawk your useless trinkets, but okay.
You give them away.
No,
for free.
I pull them aside for that.
Shh, 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 shh. They don't know.
I know they don't know. That's the problem.
It's gonna help with morale. Don't worry about it.
Well, after boosting the morale,
We're trying to boost them out of some of them to make sure that some of them make it out the other side.
they might.
And I'm actually going to ask a couple of my flock to kind of lead with this group.
Okay, so you're actually breaking off from your flock?
Only a portion of them.
Okay.
Only
said some
like
followers.
2 or 3 people to make sure that the least socially important but still prominent figures.
Oh, sure. Some of you may die. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I don't know if I'm going to make my move, the shepherd, try to get them to do something.
Okay. And then we'll see what you there's planning.
Sorry.
Okay.
They're gonna do it. That's an 11.
All right. They head off.
They honor my actions. They don't ask anything else, and they don't demand a debt. And now my flock owes me debts.
They're going to glory. So what is you there doing? And then we'll see if Svetlana wants to do anything before you guys head out to this cabin.
So you there is tracing patterns on the ground while all of this is happening.
Okay.
Just using what looks like a lightning struck piece of wood.
Oh.
It's more specifically from a poplar tree that's been struck by lightning, which is a very magical thing. And then she uses Wild Fury to summon an element of nature. It's capable of striking my enemies. She's not using it that way, though. What she's doing is she's summoning the elements of plant growth, and she's going to cause several apple trees to grow, form apples, and then drop the apples.
Whoa. So to like give some food for these.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she was going to mark a corruption to do it, but it happens. It's a weird way of using Wild Fury. She really should be using this to hurt people, but she doesn't.
Yeah, but instead it's helping people.
She doesn't want all these people to fight and
starve. Yeah.
So.
Whoa. Well, these soldiers who have probably not had like a decent meal in a long time are just like delighted and pausing to grab as many apples as they can before they head out. And it's probably, it's winter like in Russia or I guess Belarus. Fresh fruit is probably pretty hard to come by, so this is like a miracle. Now, like the legend of the apples of Belarus is going to be
A thing.
Yeah. Besides, that and like it's going to be up there with like the Bowman of Mons and all these other, the soccer truce, all these other sort of heartwarming, maybe real, maybe not moments of the Great War. Svetlana, do you want to do anything before you guys head out?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine. Thanks.
All right. So you can probably just get some horses. Is that like okay for your mounts? Do you have any other like more fantastic plans? Horses will do it.
I love horses. That's awesome.
I
Horses
have
will
a
be fine.
mid-sized car.
That would be a horse.
Well, you could have no because they had automobiles at this
Oh,
point.
that is true. Yeah, I guess you could. I also have a car, but I think I said a long time ago some weird mystical fairy transportation.
It's a teacup.
Yeah.
It's a very large teacup.
Well, that's what I had
It's a
said, but I don't
mid-sized
know if I
sedan
actually got an
teacup.
approval for the teacup.
I'm okay with it. You fly along in a teacup.
Okay.
It's a mid-sized sedan.
Or I mean, Egontre. You have a car, but like I don't know if you brought it to the front with you. It might be back in Petrograd.
Probably. I mean, it's a nice car.
So you decide to bring it to war?
I decided to bring it here. I'm not going to bring it to war.
Ah, okay.
Well, this is what my
Also,
friend.
this is how I got my horse. I never had one to begin with.
Oh, okay. The army will give you a horse.
Besides,
Not
I
that
know
horse,
how
but
to
I
ride
do.
a horse.
Yeah.
How do you not know how to ride a horse? That is the easiest thing in the world.
I know how to ride a
It
horse.
is easier to ride in a teacup.
I just prefer cars.
I have to take your word.
I would
So-
agree. I have no experience riding in teacups.
3 horses and 1 teacup set off into the countryside. Probably a good thing you didn't bring a car. Cause
Yeah, the
it
teacup
wouldn't do
does
well on
spin
these
as she
roads.
flies.
Yes,
But
like UFO.
she does not spin inside of it, just the teacup is spinning.
Oh man, if only I had that power at Disneyland for those teacups. Would have saved me a lot of nausea.
Oh, yes. Inconspicuous mission.
Oh, yeah, the The forest spirit in the flying people.
Well, it's good because it's a pretty abandoned land. You go through some kind of a pretty open country, like few desolate copses of trees, and there, on this snowy hill, is the cabin. Looks very old, pretty abandoned, but in relatively good shape. And you can see there's lots. It's painted like some brilliant, like robin's egg blue and some bright yellow, and there's all these occult characters, runes, writings in Polish etched along the sides and porch of this cabin.
Would anything be similar in Cyrillic alphabet that we could identify in the writing?
Why don't you give me investigate a place of power?
Just see if it says like warnings or like
Yeah,
welcome or some kind of weird message.
Can I assist? Well, you're a knight, so I'm the worst person to assist you.
Well, maybe. I mean, you could.
Now, my knight is -3, and I already rolled knight today, so
All right.
Okay.
if somebody else
This would be
has-
power.
Well, yeah.
Svelana.
I meant
7.
Svelana.
7. Okay. You see the reality underneath. So you see that you're not totally sure what like all these carvings and etchings mean, but what you do know, you do sense a presence inside the house.
Whoa.
So there may indeed be an occupant.
How high is the rock promontory that's right here?
It's pretty like decent. You got to go up like a slight slope, but like
Okay.
it can be walked or run.
Run. So my
Ran. Oh my god.
it's fine, run.
My allergies. I can't even see. Go ahead.
My group, since they're a large group that's organized, what type of armaments would they have? Do you think for going out to the front? Probably some.
Yeah, it looks like revolvers
Rifles
and
and-
rifles. Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna ask them to kind of mount up on top of the promontory to give us any covering fire in case the hussars show up. The Howling
Okay.
hussars.
So you're kind of saying them as like a rear guard around the cabin.
They're kind of just watch. They're kind of both our military force when we need it, as well as our watch.
Okay.
Because there's about 30 of about 20, 25 of them now. Because my group has gone from medium to large, so there's a lot more of them.
Okay.
My
So they set up.
Yeah.
Uther just stands on the road looking towards where the Howling Hussars are going to come from.
You okay there?
Yes, I should not go into that cabin. That cabin is for you, not for me.
Someone
Interesting.
seems to be there.
What makes you think that?
It is a place of power. And a
Interesting.
place where devils have come through. And devils and fae are diametrically opposed.
Okay, that makes sense. Well,
But I can hold off the Howling Hussars if they come up through the forest here.
There's
There's a forest, right? Leading up, or is
It's
it?
pretty scraggly, but yeah.
I point up to the top of the
This is
promontory.
kind of like a clearing.
Yeah.
So I point it to the top of the promontory. The way seekers up there will provide mundane rifles and firepower to assist you if they arrive before we have a chance to act and come and assist.
Are their bullets silver?
That I do not know. I assume that we probably knew that the Howling Hussars were coming, so I would know that they're werewolves, or wouldn't I not?
Why don't you hit the streets with mortality so you can get some. See if you would requisition some silver bullets.
That's an 8.
Okay, so probably I'll say maybe like either you get silver bullets for your weapons or they do, but not both.
I don't carry any weapons on me, so it's them.
Okay.
I literally, the weapons that I have is that 9-tailed whip. I don't carry any weapons beyond that.
Oh.
They are my weapon.
Oh, all right.
My flock is my weapon. I don't get anything else.
Yeah. And there are preparations that she's making outside when they go into the cabin. It's up to you which thing you want to do first.
All right. Well, let's do the cabin, then we'll see what your
Okay.
plans here.
Good luck out there.
Can I do something?
Yeah, you got try.
Yes, so I'm going to take out my bag, take out a lot of books, my private collection of
Ooh.
arcane knowledge, and I'm going to see if I can find out anything about these occult symbols, about the cabin itself. retreating to my private collection. So that is 13.
Ooh. Dang, that is a number.
So, I discover a previously unknown weakness or vulnerability about this.
Whoa. Okay. So you discover is that the occupant is a magical creature, and he can be placated by a little offering of some food.
A little offering some food. That's good. Also discover a previously unknown resource or ally.
This character inside might be your ally if you give him food.
Oh.
It actually, yeah, it kind of works for both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just need to get this guy food. And I also don't attract any supernatural attention to my research. So I
Always
know
good.
he's in there, but he doesn't know I'm out here. So quick, do we have any rations, food, anything?
I would assume we probably have some rations.
I
on
tossed you an apple.
You got an apple.
This is good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anyone else coming with? Dragonaires, Svetlana,
Well, you said you're staying.
you there?
Yes, I am staying out here because I do not wish to offend him as that I'm a known agent of Baba Yaga.
Alright.
Would you like me to lead the way?
I need to give this guy the apple, though.
We could all give him the apple.
Well, do we have that many apples?
I throw you an apple.
What do we do now?
Excellent.
I mean, Svetlana, would you like to also accompany us? Or do you-
Apples for everybody.
I could. I have no offerings, but I could stay or go either way.
That's up to you. That is your choice to make.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, without an offering, I'll stay.
Okay. Stay safe.
Alright, you're going to be facing werewolves, so good luck with that, buddy.
Maybe.
All right. So you guys head into the cabin. It is very old, cluttered. There's pretty fine layer of dust settled over everything. There's like a little kitchenette area, kind of a living room, empty hearth. As you guys come in, you hear some little like clicking and skittering, and then a pitcher flies over and hits you. Or actually, even give me a keep your cool, see if you can dodge this pitcher.
Picture. Like
pitcher,
a frame.
a pitcher,
A
no,
pitcher.
pitcher of water. But
10.
it's empty. You dodge a pitcher.
Not the first time that happened. Okay, carry on.
Not the first time.
You have no idea how many deals I've made in my life that have gone wrong, have you?
I have quite a few, I know.
Dragomir.
That I know of.
One of those metal toasters that would like you would toast bread over the fire is being thrown at you. Roll to keep your cool.
Look out, toast is the worst thing.
That's spirit, right?
Spirit.
Yeah, that's an 11.
All right, you dodge the slow move toaster. Woo.
We come with an offering of food. We come with a
Okay.
gift.
The object
Apples.
stopped being thrown. A little tiny short creature. He has like kind of big elfin ears, humongous beard, and he's very wizened and little.
Yeah.
He's like maybe the size of like a 4 or 5 year old. Sort of crawls his way out of the corner, comes over and like takes the apples and like sniffs them, takes huge bites and is like, "Oh, very good, thank you. I am the Domovoy. I serve the house. Thank you. You have provided an offering to the spirit of the house." And he's chewing at those apples. "No more will I pelt you with household objects."
Damava, we appreciate it
Thank
very
you.
much.
We come in peace, and hopefully friendship.
Yes. Would you like me to light a fire to warm your boots?
I would say
I
yes.
wouldn't mind.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
We appreciate your hospitality.
All right, he gets a nice fire going. It's very comforting.
So, why are you all the way out here? I mean, why do you remain?
The Domovoy says, "Oh, yes, I've been here alone for a long time, but that's all right. Every house in Russia has a house spirit.
Every house.
As
I've
long
never-
as you give them offerings and are kind, the house spirit will look after the house."
Huh.
Are you the owner of this house?
Oh, no.
he
I
is
am
the
just...
spirit.
I serve the house.
It is the physical embodiment of the house itself.
Right.
So
who does then?
I'm guessing
Or
that
is he here?
Pan Tartarovsky is the owner of this house, correct?
Oh, yes. He has been gone for a very, very long time.
How long?
More than 100 years. Maybe 300. I sort of lost count.
So he's
Time
probably
of death
dead.
means nothing to the immortals.
That's true.
Well, wow, this is interesting. This is actually belongs to this person that I had heard was a myth, not real, but interesting. Now, what? Why did he flee?
The Domovoy says, I'm not sure I know. He didn't share too much with me. He gave me food, and that made me happy.
Did he take everything with him? Is there like a room of his that we could investigate, see where he is?
You might need to give him a persuade for this.
Really?
He's thinking about it.
That's a 8.
Okay, he's like, you must promise me more offerings.
More apples? Cool. I can do that. No
I
problem.
think it's a deal.
We have a person who can give you all the apples you want.
Don't make promises. That's we.
And that's like a lot of corruption.
Yeah.
The Domovoy loves that. He's like, all right, I'll show you. He takes you to the center of the house and like pulls open this trap
Would
door.
I get corruption for that? Exploit someone's ignorance of the arcane for personal gain.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't know these are magic apples. I mean, he wouldn't care.
That's
but-
funny.
That's gonna happen a lot.
So he says. So he opens up this trap door and he's like, there are 4 treasures hidden within. Perhaps you could take one for yourself, and one for yourself, and then 2 for some of your friends out there.
That's very much appreciated.
Very appreciated.
My
Since-
friend, number 4.
And then further down, there may be another treasure.
I like the sound of this already.
I'm listening.
So at the moment, you guys discover 4 magical items, and all you there in Svilana, there's one for you as well. So you can kind of decide for yourself, or ask me for an idea if you want, what sort of magical trinkets you could find in there. Something about like something that could help you out, or it could be like a weapon.
I would tell you a magical trinket that could be in there that would make my character very much like a Gauntray and cancel debts, which is her soul locket.
Oh,
This is where it went.
that's surprising. I mean, when I sold it, I didn't think it would end right back here.
Is that okay with you,
sold her
Ignatre?
necklace.
Of course I did.
Okay, no,
What do
that's
you think I am?
Okay, you're not wrong. I know you pretty well. I probably find a sword of some sort.
I will, by the way, cash in one of my debts with you right now for you getting that.
Yeah, it was a bad deal anyway. I probably should give it back to her.
Well, we
All
found
right.
we found it.
You got your soul locket back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's gonna be a sword that, pretty simply, as I raise it up, it glows.
Oh
brightly.
man, when orcs are near?
No, just kind of is a flourish as I give sermons. I can flash out the sword and kind of raise it, because obviously our entire flock is around light and truth.
Okay, I like that. You
Just a
can...
glowing sword.
Trying to find the weapons section here.
It's probably 3 harm messy close.
Oh yeah, and you
Yeah.
can figure out some sort of magical effect that the soul locket does. Like it's something that would enhance her powers, whatever that might be. I don't know what kind of magical items they have offered in the book though.
Not too many. Could be...
Gotta get really creative with those tags.
Yeah. But it's not really a weapon though, it's something that gives you more magic.
Right, it makes her magic easier.
Maybe it'll give you like 1 extra hold. like 1 extra point you get when you charge up.
She doesn't really charge. I don't know. So what's?
Can I say the sword gives me +1 to my sanctified move?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. And how about Igantre and Svetlana? What do you guys think would be found for you?
Well, let's see here. I have this blessed magic sword, so I'm good on weapons. I have a jar of demons, so I'm good on getting the hell out
You
of
have a
Dodge.
jar of demons?
Yes. I mean, you know who I am. Yes.
That's granted. I'll probably turn this all out.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't.
I still for the life of me don't understand how holds work in this game.
Holds are I think you can spend at any time for a particular move.
I don't know if the fake is.
It's like points you use that you can put down.
I think it's
the
for
spells.
like for figure someone out, you can get hold. And you can ask those questions as you're interacting with them. You don't have to all burn them right away.
Gotcha. I mean, if you want to, it could be something that allows her to activate her fairy powers using Let It Out rather than marking corruption.
Oh, okay. We can go for that.
Like, so she doesn't have to mark. She still might mark corruption, but
Yeah, she rolls.
She's pulling on something more pure than just corruption.
She's a soul lock now. Yeah, that makes sense.
She's
to me.
whole again.
You want a little more time again, Trey?
Yeah, because usually magic items are my thing, but I like the surprise of what I get, you know? Makes
Oh.
things much more worthwhile.
That is true. Well, I'll surprise you with something then. Svetlana, is there anything you would like?
Maybe a trinket of luck or something that would be of disguise.
Ooh.
Infinite blood bag instead of a endless decanter.
No, but that kind of takes away the whole eternal hunger thing.
No,
I
yeah.
thought about that, something to like satiate the need. But
Where's the fun?
yeah.
Where's the drama?
Right. It's better to roll for that and see what the danger is.
Yeah.
So if that's possible, something about like a luck trinket, which I'm not going to keep for myself. I can give it to someone else later. But or maybe something of like.
All right, give me like
Camouflage.
a the equivalent of a cloak with visibility, but like a cloak of shadows. You can just pop on. You can blend in with the shadows.
Yeah, nothing like invisibility sounds a little maybe too
No, I'm not talking Harry Potter here, but
Right,
yeah,
right,
it'll
right.
blend you in the darkness.
like a chance that someone might not notice.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Okay.
Igantre, you can find a like obsidian mirror that can cast like let's see, I think it's kind of already have illusions, so it'll be a cool power for it.
actually, you know what? It was 2 deaths that I had to do.
An obsidian mirror.
Yeah, based on one of John Dee's famous artifacts.
Oh.
Maybe you could give you like this obsidian mirror can reveal like the occult truth of certain objects, so you can like look at them, see the gaze, and it shows them how they really are.
So reveal your true form. I like it.
Yeah, it could be useful for this house right now.
Yes.
When you're looking for another artifact that Domavoy mentioned.
We try to push a little bit. Are we still gonna push a little bit deeper
Oh, yes.
after giving these gifts up to upstairs?
Oh, most definitely.
I'll tell you what.
Returning our gifts first, or
Yeah, return your gifts first. I mean,
Yeah.
can't keep everyone else waiting.
Yeah.
Igantre,
Or
why don't
if you
you?
want,
Actually, no.
take this locket, get it to you there, get Svetlana her cloak. I'll be right back.
This is her locket, correct?
Yes,
You are taking this.
I am.
Edgontre.
Yes.
Remember, I did something for you, and now you're going to do something for me.
What did you do for me?
I destroyed something from you. Remember, we do not talk about what it is.
It's a bit of a long time ago, you know.
This is for you to do, not for me. You're the one who sold it. You're the one she asked to find it, not me. You take it back.
Sounds like
Trying to get out of this.
sounds like
You
you're
can
trying
try to
I'm
refuse
trying
it.
to get out of it.
Trying to refuse the bed.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and weasel out of it.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
Ooh.
You get additional debt. You lose face with power. That's Rasputin's, by the way, or corruption.
Of course I'm marking corruption.
Alright, he's not doing it.
I'm gonna pocket it and says, okay, then we'll give it back later.
We'll give it back to her later, and that gives me time to make up a story of how I found it. Okay.
You are the
Alright.
worst.
Egatre, give me a let it out with the mirror.
Alright.
And then we'll cut back to you guys.
I could unleash it and break the mirror forever, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
It's a 2.
And that's a 6. 8. Straight.
Straight 8.
Straight 8.
Okay.
So, what does it? Extend my senses, supernatural or otherwise, to find this?
Yes.
And you also take a corruption.
Of course. Boy,
All right.
that is 4 I've earned just this game.
Oh my god!
You notice there is something magical in the fireplace.
Of course, the fireplace.
So is there no way farther down from this room that we entered into?
Just a little bit. But as you head over there, we're going to cut outside.
Okay.
So, you two are on the porch with the cult.
I think the cult went up on the cliff or something.
Well, the house is like kind of on top of the hill.
Oh, okay.
It's not really, it's not a sheer cliff.
Gotcha.
Gentle slope. When you hear hoofbeats.
Okay.
So, the Wolf Brigade first to set up some like kind of cavalry to sort of scout the area.
I was hoping I could do a couple of things before they...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Number 1, she wanted to, like, really quickly poke around the forest nearby to figure out if there were any, like, concentrations of ley lines or anything like that.
Sounds like...
So I was thinking an investigative place of power.
Yeah. Do that with power, I would say.
With power?
Well, you can do spirit. You can do
Wild?
Yeah, just like the land. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
wilderness.
specifically not figuring out anything about the cabin itself.
Yeah, it's about the wilderness. So yeah, wild makes more sense.
That is a terrible roll, but it's an 8.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Which I always forget what that means with an investigative place of power.
You see below the surface. So there is like kind of there's some magical stuff there, but you might not be able to utilize it and wield it.
And the other thing that she does, I don't think I've ever mentioned that Uther is incredibly gorgeous. Like, she's a super beautiful woman. Like, she's
a tree nymph.
Yeah, she's a tree nymph. So she's like given herself the body of like this. I mean, especially because she knew she was interacting with Rasputin, like, just made herself super sexy. So she goes over to Svetlana and says, "Svetlana, may I tell you something?"
I don't know.
And then she kisses Svetlana.
No.
Svetlana does not want this.
No?
You're rejecting an
I'll roll
intimacy
that way.
move?
Okay. She's attempting an intimacy move.
It's a weird way of initiating it.
Yeah, I think you kind of jumped the gun a little bit.
Jump the shark a little
Yeah.
bit.
She doesn't know how to do things like a human.
It's true.
All right, well, Svetlana, you can see her going in for the kiss. What do you do?
Duck and weave?
You dodge the kiss. Yeah. What do you
I
tell
definitely
her?
would be taken back only because there was like no conversation. No. Yeah, I mean it was like turn and
Yeah.
kiss, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Without like any indication whatsoever.
Yeah.
You have refused me. You owe me 2 debts.
No.
But it also means she can heal you now. Which is exactly why she didn't tell her that she was going to do it.
Okay.
Just a way to try and heal you.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the best feeling for Svetlana, I think. This kiss attack.
No, only just because I would still be scared from the last time. That's it. So that's
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So really kind of some...
They frightened all of us.
Oh, well, good. I don't know how.
What was this?
When she grabbed the egg.
Oh.
Like it petrified me. I couldn't do anything for that turn. Like
Yeah, you
so
were
I ran.
scaring them. Yeah.
Like I ran.
I was just like, give me the egg.
I thought twice about
Yeah,
taking
sorry.
that
That was
egg.
kind of a sneaky way of her doing it, but it's effective.
So
Now she can heal you.
Well, she just asked.
the Howling Guitars...
If she asked, the refusal couldn't have been honest. If the refusal wasn't honest, she couldn't have generated a debt.
You can ask people for debts, though.
No.
So the
They have, to
Heliosars.
they have to refuse me or break a
When
promise.
you do someone a favor, they owe you a debt.
I didn't do that or a favor.
I mean, you could have played that out.
She's not the wine and dine.
Yeah. Not the wine and dine side.
Well, there's no time for any money dining because you're all being shot at.
My congregation is shitting
Maybe
back.
it's a good thing that you. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the
here we go.
Heliosars, they just unload their rifles. They're trying to like stop you up before they go in. Why don't each you give me a keep your cool?
Now I need a good roll.
Anything
Let's
from
go.
my grip on top of the promontory?
We'll do that next.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Please.
Because I get a minus. Oh, yeah, it's a 9. I get -1 to keep my cool.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
7.
Still, it was a 10. It was a 10 on the dice.
Could be
so-
very worse.
Okay, you got a 7. You there?
Yep.
All right, you there. You take. Remember the. You get 2 levels of faint.
You can only take one.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah, 1 of faint, 1 of Revis.
Okay.
You can bite like a bullet like. Yeah, you get hit in the shoulder.
Okay. Green sap leaks out of her shoulder.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Well,
Svetlana.
she's not ever been like hit by anything before.
I
True.
know.
It's true.
The Hussars are some good marksmen. Svetlana, you got a 9?
I got a 9.
Okay, you get 1 faint harm.
1 faint.
Graze, yeah. Now, the cultists. Why don't you roll for them, Patrick?
Congregation.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. We gotta be. Don't use the
is-
C word.
Is it keep your cool?
But I can heal 2 harm. by cashing
We
in
also,
a
yeah,
debt
let's
with
keep
you.
your cool, and then we'll do
Right.
it. Alicia.
So-
That's- yeah.
Is it with my stats then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, the whole reason was
That's
you
a
have
10.
to honestly refuse her. She
Okay.
can't say refuse me if I tell you.
They
no."
actually they took cover, and they did not they were able to they're like in cover, so the bullets did not get to them. These guys are just like walking around there. So I guess they're easy targets, but your cultists are cool.
Yeah, we
Yo.
weren't paying attention.
Huh?
All
We
right.
weren't paying attention, so that makes sense.
Well, I was actually walking around in the woods.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's when you're like kind of further back. We'll say you're like kind of halfway like to the hill,
Yeah.
which may come into play in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to the top. We'll start with the entree. So you are in the house. You hear you just discovered there's something in the fireplace. When you hear bullets, like the crackle of rifle fire, and then a bullet shatters the windows and is racing in, smashing into everything. Domovoy is freaking out as his house is getting shot a lot. So what do you do?
I'm sure they can handle it.
So is this fireplace down underneath the place we entered in through the trap door, or is it up on the first floor?
It's on the first floor.
Okay.
So is this going to lead us to that last magic item?
Domovoy's it might.
Alright, so through the fireplace. How do I put this thing out? I know the obvious, just pour some water on it.
Oh no, the fire it's dead. There is no fire there currently.
Oh, cool. So I'm going into the fireplace then. See what I can find out. Investigate a place of power?
Yeah, give me that for power, or maybe wild if you need it.
Wild.
Can I
It takes
assist
for
them?
a while. Yes, because you're able to examine it. Maybe.
What faction are you again?
I am mortality.
Cool, that's a 7 for me.
So you get a +1.
So +2. That is great. That puts me to a 7. Whew.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There is something hidden here. It will require some sort of energy to unlock in the fireplace.
Energy.
Remember how Rasputin regenerated?
Maybe not that.
There's
Tantric
two of us,
stuff.
there's 2 of us in here.
Oh boy.
Guns being shot fired
3,
off.
actually.
But yeah, it's like
Okay.
fireplace is the lock. You need the key.
And what is the key?
Some sort
I
of
had
energy.
several things I can use, but all of them will probably kill
Can
us.
I try to channel some energy into it?
Okay, give me a let it out.
And a good assist if you need it.
Sure. It's with power.
Power. It's So that's a 9.
So that brings it to... So it's a total 9.
Okay.
That does nothing for me. I just want to help.
For let it out, so I get to mark corruption.
Expand your senses.
I'm going to take... I guess use my energy to take definite hold of something vulnerable exposed, being the lock, and I am the key.
Ooh, okay. So,
And we did expose it.
you realize, like, you're going to have to put some actual fire in here. And that might reveal it.
Got a match?
Hey,
Well, before you can do that, more bullets come flying in. Let's have Ignace roll keep your cool real quick, because you're the only one who hasn't had to do that, and you're all being shot at.
7.
Okay, 1 level of faint harms.
Oh, how come you only got one?
Wait, I'm sorry, 1 level of grievous harm.
Ow!
You can get a bullet in the arm. You there.
That hurts.
So, you are shot, there's blood there, Donovan is freaking out.
Sorry, I was hoping to get mine reduced to 1, not to give you 2.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like 7 should be a little worse.
Okay.
Alright, you there.
Yes. You there is going to mark a corruption and do a shape change into a cheetah. And she is going to sprint towards where the bullet came from. Because she needs to close the distance, and she's something that's very fast and very hard to hit.
Oh, good point. Alright, why
I
don't
don't
you
know
give
if you've
me...
ever tried to shoot something moving 70 miles per hour. It is not easy.
Alright,
so yes.
this
Never
speedy
have done
cheetah
it, but...
zoom us down. I don't make you roll for that.
Huh?
I don't make you roll to like
I
run
can't.
as a cheetah.
I can't roll for fairy. Oh, you mean to run as a cheetah? No, I don't know what I would roll.
Yeah, you're good. Cheetahs can run.
I thought you were meaning for the fairy powers. Like, no, they haven't given me my freaking soul locket back.
We still have that. That is a thing.
Throw it to her.
Everybody,
Sorry.
ask for a magical item to get. Oh, I'd like this. Like,
I tried to get him to take it up there, but he didn't want to. Blame
We
him.
do not both of us need to be here.
Yeah, this is why we
Both of
have,
us do not need to be
this
here.
is why we have blaming Gottschalk kind of thing. I think it just took like there's windows, you know, an open door.
so
All right.
many
Dragon
ways
me will absolutely
so
bear
many
false
ways you
witness
guys
about
could-
this.
could have gotten it back to her before this battle. But no, so she turns into a cheetah and sprints towards them, zagging slightly to make herself even harder to hit.
All right, you reach them. You're just like attacking, or is there?
I mean, I would, if I can do an attack, I will.
Sure. Unleash an attack.
Are there any that are nearby?
Yeah, you said like you beeline just like the foremost one.
Yes. Okay. Cool. I plow straight into him, and I am marking another corruption to do wither.
Oh.
You imbue your touch with the power to kill, 3 harm, intimate, armor piercing.
Dang. Okay.
So this cheetah just runs into him, and this like wave of death comes out of the cheetah. I should know that the
Kitty
cheetah,
breath.
Yeah, the cheetah is green because she's totally Beast Boy and just deal with it.
You need to roll unleash an attack to make sure it hits.
Teen Titans.
No, because I just mark corruption and wither happens.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you like kill him.
Oh, okay.
That's what you were intending. If not,
Yeah, I mean it's only 3 harm, so I wasn't sure if that would straight up kill him.
Yeah, he's just like kind of your basic,
Oh, okay.
basic troopers. Yeah, you pin this like German soldier down.
Oh, okay. These aren't the werewolves yet. Okay, got it.
Werewolves around here somewhere.
Yeah, and you like slice at him. You do see a bit further, and he, like the life is just wrenched out of him, and this desiccated form
Yeah.
collapses into the
Honestly,
grave.
she just keeps running. It's like the cheetah strikes him and then just keeps moving, or almost like it's a kitty brushing his legs. that I kind of like the best. Like,
The death kitty.
yeah, just like this
Like
quick,
all of them.
quick brush, and he just rots and turns to dead leaves and falls on the ground. If it totally killed him.
Impressive.
All right, you are running on. This hampers the rifle fire a little bit, but you do notice
Oh,
Svetlana
she's gonna take so much corruption in this.
right up on the trail, facing the cabin. You can see some more soldiers are setting up a machine gun emplacement. All right, what is Svetlana doing?
Doing my best to,
Not die.
do my best to not die. Can I find a possible way up there either using is it daytime or nighttime?
It's like evening.
It's like evening. Okay, so do my best to stick to like a tree line, or possibly use my cloak to help me get to there.
Ooh.
Did I notice her change into this cheetah
Yeah,
and
that's
dash off
pretty-
towards the?
It was pretty clear, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, she had just tried to kiss you.
No, I wanted to make sure that you weren't like in the woods doing your searching. Where we were on
Oh,
the.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, for the cloak, maybe you could do mislead, distract, or trick because you're
Yeah,
like.
no, we kind of like glossed over everything that we were doing really fast, so it's hard to say.
I just want to make sure I'm not doing something that's.
I'm pretty sure that you saw the cheetah
Okay.
go.
So there's no way I'm catching up to her. I'd like to imagine I'm like some sort of like mini sort of misty stepping vampire, but I think I'm gonna be a little more normal. I'm gonna use the trick to try to get up closer to that gun because you said it's a gun mount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
Okay, give me mislead, distract, or trick.
Ooh, this is a straight roll. Here we go. Yes. It's
Nice.
10.
Whoa. Okay. You throw in the cloak, blend in with the shadows that are there, and you like get right behind that machine gun emplacement.
Yeah, I'd like to expose the weakness to it if I can. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Either create an opportunity to confuse them for some time, so some more stuff can happen in our favor.
Okay. Yeah, like a werewolf or a vampire popping out in the shadows is definitely confusing, and an opportunity for to attack this machine gun crew appears. Okay, what is Dragomir Tchaikovsky doing?
Dragomir Tchaikovsky's inside the building. He's going to turn to the Domovoy and say, Domovoy, could you light the fire, please?
You might need a persuade or an offering.
I unfortunately don't have any food on me at the moment.
Ooh.
I will try to persuade.
I can pull something out of my bag if you want.
Fine.
Let's not do that.
Button,
Oh,
$50.
I'll assist.
Oh boy. There's no way you can help me on this one.
No.
That's a 3+1.
Oh dear.
He's like, no offering, no fire.
Fine.
Some more food.
If only you had an apple making for a spirit.
Dang it.
Also, I want you to keep your cool.
She's gonna kill him.
As more bullets are coming through.
It's a 7.
Okay, one level of faint, one level of grievous. You get shot in the leg.
This is horrible!
Uh-oh,
Yeah, it's getting real bad in there.
But my group up there is going to take a shot at the machine gun nest.
Oh, okay. You have them roll unleash an attack. With a bonus.
Ooh. Now that.
It's a 12.
Yeah.
Whoa.
A
don't
plus
even-
1.
Yeah.
So they're going to take something from them. The machine gun nest. Just this barrage of bullets just destroy, not necessarily kill the crew. Some of them probably do get injured, but it's just going to absolutely tear up the nest that they're trying to put on, rendering the machine gun unusable.
Ooh, nice.
And
Alright.
then, yes, they're not going to take any harm for that. I am inside getting shot up there, out there doing good work.
Yeah, this cult, I gotta say, like, the cult's keeping their own here. What is Igatre doing?
True.
Yeah,
Wait,
doing
having
so
a
good.
massive cult is somehow a power?
that's his power, basically.
I don't know, my power is having a cult, so...
Yeah.
Since we gave him the apples the first time, would we happen to have a debt on the Domovoy by any chance?
You gotta rustle up grub some other way. That was for, like, not pelting you with household objects.
Alright.
Would you have anything in your bag to light a fire?
She would have given you another apple if you gave her her soul locket back.
Very well. I don't.
About them.
It's too late to give her the locket.
Oh, now it's...
isn't it?
Okay.
It's never too late, but at a particular moment, yes. Do you have a plan to get the fire lit?
No.
I'm running out of options.
Very well. Give me the locket. Guess it's time to face the music, huh?
Hopefully you came up with a good lie.
You know me. I always
Otherwise,
have a
she'd
good
kill
lie.
you.
Probably.
Okay, she didn't kill this person. She changed his matter into something else.
What does that matter? Something,
Tomato, tomato. And tomatoes...
Inanimate? Inanimate?
Yeah,
A
get
tree?
leaves.
Yeah, I mean, she might turn people into trees, okay? She's Captain Planet.
Okay, Don Cheadle, calm down.
Finally did it. Everyone's a tree.
I love that one so much.
So, let's see if I can get it to her real quick.
You know the cartoon Captain Planet did do that.
Did it really?
Yes.
Hell yeah! I wish he was
Saw Captain
real.
Planet as
This
a
is
kid.
the.
He's too young for that.
So, Egantre, how are you getting her the locket?
Okay, so the
Or do you have
place
another
is,
plan here?
the place is still being shot up, right?
Yeah.
So
Yoichi.
I'm going to. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to abandon Dragomir here in order to get to you there.
Okay, give me a keep your cool as you run here. Unless you have a cool magical way of doing it.
Cowardly. When you abandon someone to escape a situation, this house being shot up, roll with mind instead of blood.
Nice.
You son
How
of
about
a
everything you was
bitch.
the cowardly move as you race away?
That's a 10.
Wow, you
Where you
magnificent
going?
coward. So you abandon your friend.
Don't worry, I'll give her back the locket. Just make sure to, keep the house alive. Okay, thanks, buddy. Bye.
I'm gonna say with that roll, you make it all the way down and you get to the cheetah, and you can give her the locket.
Okay, so I know we've had a bit of a interesting past,
The cheetah's looking straight at the locket.
Yeah. So, give you this.
Okay.
But you have to promise not to kill me.
The cheetah kind of stretches its neck out with the implication of put this around my neck.
Gotcha. Put it around your
And
neck.
then the locket sort of goes into the cheetah.
We also need another apple.
He beat me to it. Yes.
Oh man, hairball apple.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to go that route. I'm so sorry.
All right,
Well, it's not me who's gonna eat it.
I'm sorry for ruining your
You
joke.
got your apple. That's the good news. Bad news is you hear howls coming from the distance.
I would definitely use cowardly again if I can.
Well, we'll get back to that. What is you there now with your locket and an apple delivered?
Cool. You there is charging towards the howling.
Okay,
Because of course she is.
so you head past kind of the first rank of German riflemen.
Yeah.
You can see the Howling Hussars, aka the Wolf Brigade, are now charging into battle, and these are kind of like the first rank is in werewolf form, but they are armored up too.
The wolf waffle.
Yeah, they've been prepared. They've been fighting out in the trenches and stuff. So
I mean, part of why she picked a cat, besides that this is a very fast cat, is cats versus
cats and
dogs.
dogs. Yeah,
I respect it.
That's funny.
like that great movie.
Was it though?
No.
I had forgot about that movie until just this
I know, I
moment,
was like,
and I'm
cats
glad you didn't.
Yeah, ooh, that's not a
Make
good
glad I
movie.
forgot
shining
about it.
moment there. Yeah, didn't you give the voice to the catnip?
I
The
think
evil
so,
cat?
yeah.
Sorry, way off track here.
Peak Nathan Lane.
She's charging at the werewolves, and what she's going to do, I'm going to try to do a let it out. Can I reach one of the werewolves?
Yeah.
Cool. The cheetah just collides with this werewolf, and I'm going to try to attempt a let it out for bedlam.
Ooh.
Touch a target to place them in a specific emotional state. Murderous rage. Mark corruption to have that emotion directed towards a target of your choosing. Instead of marking corruption, I'm going to try to do a let it out to see if I can't do this without
Right.
marking corruption.
So you're getting you're trying to turn this werewolf to attack the others.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. Some fighting with manipulation.
Yeah. Well, this is how she does it.
Yeah, it's cool. What do we do there?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
No corruption for her this time.
Yo.
Basically, all her soul locket does is lets me try to occasionally not mark corruption.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. So,
So, the cat hits the werewolf, and it's his eyes turn bright green as madness takes his head.
whoa.
And he's gonna start attacking the other werewolves like a rabid dog. No
Yeah.
target whatsoever. Foaming at the mouth, but the foam's kind of green too.
Woohoo. So their attack is, for the moment, halted as they're fighting amongst themselves in this infected werewolf.
Yeah.
What is Svetlana doing? You still got these German riflemen firing at the house.
Okay. If the cart's taken care of, and she raced off and is now fending off the wolves. I'll try to take out any more riflemen I can, and then make my way over to you there. If she even needs anything by that point.
Okay, give me a unleash an attack for the rifle.
This Fae is so very different than your Fae. I don't know if we'll end up using it.
It had to happen.
Oh!
It had to happen.
Yeah.
Ouch!
I rolled 2 10s in a row.
Is
So.
that the second of the night?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not
Yeah,
good.
so
Yeah,
it's
because
total-
I rolled double sixes and then he rolled some guys.
I know, we're kind of doing all good or... Well, yeah, we got a good variety. Okay, give me a keep your cool.
They can't all be winners.
All right, let's go the opposite end. Opposite end. Okay. That's a 6.
Oh.
I got negative 1.
Well, that's not good, because
Yeah. Nope.
I'm
Hey,
taking
I'm right
this
there.
is a lot of bullets.
Could I help you with the let it out? Or keep your cool?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, give him an assist. I might bring it to a 7.
Alright, so roll night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Snake
I got a
eyes.
-3.
Oh my god!
Yeah, night's not.
That's a 0.
Yeah, that
It's a good try.
I tried.
would be nothing.
You try like reach out to pull him out of the way. It does not work.
Her.
Yeah, to pull Svetlana, her out of the way. Svetlana, I'm gonna say, you
Go
catch
ahead.
a grenade.
And I throw it back.
No, I'm sorry.
come
If you
on.
rolled a high
I'll
enough,
take your
No, no, no,
grenade.
just your wording, just
Oh,
your
yeah.
wording, just your wording.
it blows up right on the side. So you have 1 level of critical harm.
Spedalana, look out! They're throwing grenades!
You gotta get some blood into you to regenerate. I mean, you're not like blown in half or anything, but like shrapnel, explosive, and you're just like knocked down.
All right.
That's okay. I'm in cheetah form, so I can get back to you pretty fast. So my next turn will be trying to heal you.
Okay, so we'll get back to that. What is Tchaikovsky doing?
Tchaikovsky, he's waiting for the apple. But he knows that that's a lock there, so he's gonna try to find the door down the cellar. He's gonna try to find the door to wherever this lock goes to.
Ooh, okay. Give me investigate the place of power for
Power
power
action?
or maybe wild.
Let's go with power, because it's a 3 versus a -2. Yeah, that's a 12.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. So you head down there, and you can't, from the trapdoor, you can see there's like another door that like a fire in the fireplace would open up.
Okay. Then my cultists, my congregation.
Let's have them do unleash an attack.
Yeah, they're gonna take out. So they're gonna try to take out the riflemen because the hussars are busy at the moment, and gives them a chance to clean up some of the battlefield. Oh boy! Using my blood, that's a 4.
Okay, they're not quite able to take control of the woods.
Yeah.
Not so good. The tide might be turning. It might be getting even worse because you hear an extremely loud howl coming in the distance. And coming through the woods, so getting from the flank, is a giant werewolf that is armored up completely and has like a tank gun kind of strapped to his back.
Well then.
Yeah, and if you were around, if you knew,
I love the visual of this. By the way.
yeah, just like stomping in this horrific iron wolf with like extra, metal fashioned around his jaw, so even a more powerful bite.
Spring-loaded bite.
Yeah, this thing it might be like stegosaur size or triceratops size. Like it's really big.
Big freaking wolf.
And
A mountain that rides.
oh yep. And this is Ludwig,
Oh, of course it
the
is.
leader of the Howling
Been doing
Hussars.
some sort of werewolf steroids.
I know, the Wolf Brigade.
Well then.
And he's roaring out like, "Where is Andre? Bring him to me so I can kill him."
Andre's not here right now.
No.
We'll take a message.
Yeah, Andre, he had some trouble in his woods back home, so he's not there to help you.
We can
But-
give him a message from you.
You
Your
can
corpses.
kill him later. Oh,
He
yeah.
will read the message in the body of his friends.
Well, we're
Friends
more
is
like
a strong word.
It's a strong.
Acquaintances. What is it, Andre?
Acquaintance
doing
is a strong word.
as this monstrous wolf charges in.
So, if I can have your permission to do like 2 things this round,
That's okay.
because one of them does not involve a roll. So I'm going to look towards Svetlana. You there? Once I open this run. And I'm going to use wielding the arcane to open my bottle of demons.
Look at me before you say that. I might be missing a leg. I don't know.
So
This be the
unleash
first character death of the
10
show.
plus with the bottle of demons I got.
You can take Scar instead of.
Desperate times,
True.
desperate measures.
But I'll say this one I couldn't.
All right.
But yeah,
You open it up. What do you think it looks like? This horde of howling demons coming out.
So I don't open it. I more like throw it toward them. The
Whoa.
wolves, werewolves.
All
And
right.
just
Yeah, it smashes down these ethereal, spectral forms of those claws and teeth come out, fall upon the werewolves. Their assault is just totally in shambles right
like
now.
the Ars Scotia just opens up right on them.
Oh, absolutely. All these weird-looking, they're demons riding camels with, like, bird heads, dog heads, everything. It's a mess, and they're all fighting the werewolves.
I then use cowardly to get the hell out of Dodge.
All right, give me the roll for cowardly. I love cowardly.
I do need to abandon someone. So
Yeah, you're abandoning.
I did tell you guys to run. So I'm running. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Clever.
Snake eyes!
By the way,
You turn to run, you trip on an exposed root.
Karma!
By the way, I just remembered that I was supposed to roll corruption twice on the last thing that I did, so I just rolled again and I got like double sixes. So I might have cursed him, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, that might end up. It could be.
I'm
Okay.
cursed as well.
Well, I mean, like in real life, because the last time I rolled double sixes, you rolled double ones.
Yeah.
You literally cursed them.
So I was like, oh man, I forgot it was 2 corruption. I got to roll again, and I rolled double sixes, and then right afterwards you rolled.
Oh
double.
no!
The second time.
So
You
I
sucked up the luck.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
It's
You
not
there.
good.
yeah, use some of that sucked up luck. The werewolf, the Hasara is probably not going to reach you.
Yeah.
Ludwig's still approaching, and there's still a few riflemen left.
I'm
And
actually
Also, he has the apple, but it's like fallen from his hand.
okay.
The apple the Domovoy must get.
So I am running back that way. First of all, cash in debt from you, and you get 2 health back. So
Okay.
I just step on her on my way to get the apple.
Your critical harm is gone.
Yeah, you heal twice. He heals 2 harms.
So you're into one Grievous.
1 grievous, yeah. And I grab the apple and I move into the house.
There
Okay.
you go.
You enter the house. You reach the Domovoy, you there.
Don't voice, she's a friend. This is for the fire.
Ow!
Got it!
Cool.
He starts the fire.
We still have her turn.
Yeah. So the fire is now going. Svetlana.
I guess. Would you step on me?
Huh?
Would you step on me?
Probably like right on the chest.
All right, so I let out a big breath, and then get up, feel a little better somehow.
Yeah,
Oh,
walk
I
off
gotta
a
get
grenade.
trampled by cats more often.
Yeah, leopards are sizable. So,
Leopards are big cats.
yeah.
Big
She's
cats.
a cheetah.
Cheetah. Sorry, I apologize. You did say cheetah.
Cheetahs are still
Yeah,
big cats.
right.
Oh yeah, they're big cats.
So I'm gonna get up, and if I can, do my best to now take on the rest of my need to heal some harm, and see if I can take some of my own blood. Is there any soldiers I can get to?
Yeah.
Because
You'll have to wait through the demons, Steve.
There's one that got turned into a leaf pile. Go suck
Yeah,
some
don't.
of
That one probably not. But the demons fighting the werewolves. I know, we got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah.
The soldiers, though, so no problem to get some confusion. All right, drain one of those soldiers.
Yeah, if I can, that's what I'm going to try to attempt to do, because verge of death, and now she's just emotionally pissed off. Yeah, just beyond.
Nice.
Sweet. So I choose 2. So I'm going to take 1 more, and I'm going to take +1 forward on whatever else I need to from there.
Okay. So yeah, you just fall upon this poor infantryman and drain him dry. What is
1 less rifle.
Dragomir Tchaikovsky doing?
So the fire's lit. Do Do I see that the door is open?
Yes, the door opens.
I'm gonna run through the door and see what's inside.
All right, it's pretty small, so you can't really run through it. But
Okay, I'll move in.
yeah, what there is a birdcage.
Just a bird cage.
Yes,
Nothing in it?
constructed. Well, it's a very beautiful birdcage.
Okay.
It's constructed of this like opalescent, shimmering material. So it's beautiful. It looks pretty delicate. There's definitely some occult power behind it.
Can I try to figure out what occult power is behind it?
Yeah. Why don't you give me investigate a place of power? You can roll a power.
That's a 10.
Okay. This birdcage can contain magical creatures, particularly a firebird.
Oh, okay. Once they've been contained, can they be let out?
Yeah. But it's a way of like holding them and drawing off their power. Drawing on their power, not stealing their power, but being able to use and wield it.
Cool. I'm going to take it and go back upstairs and say, "We're good here. We've come. We've got what this place holds. Let's try to get out of here as best we can."
Well, might be a little tricky because Ludwig has almost reached you. Now,
That's fine.
I want...
What about my
Oh.
congregation?
Okay, yeah, it's from the... Are they fighting the rifleman or Ludwig?
I think I shoot at Ludwig.
Probably a good
They
idea.
brought silver bullets for this specific reason.
No?
Nope, that's a 5.
Okay, I want you to give me a keep your cool.
If I could assist with that, I would, except I can't because that's too low for
Keep
an
it cool
assist.
is 10.
Nice.
Well, they're up on the mountain anyways.
I'll say this could go either to you, would you like the one level of faint harm to go to you, or to your group?
To my group because they have 2 armor.
Oh, okay. So Ludwig, like, he's next to the hill. He, like, reaches up, tries to smash at them. But the armor sustains the hits, so they're okay. What is Egantre doing? You're actually, I'm going to say...
Real.
Well, let's have Egantre go. Change my mind.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ludwig is now on the hill, starting to, like, come up.
Ludwig's on the hill, werewolves and demons over there. The house. Gotta get to the house. Where's Svetlana?
I'm outside.
She's, yeah, at the front of the house.
At the front of the house.
Drinking
so no
blood.
one to abandon. Great.
He's actually wearing armor, right? This guy, like it's an armor plating kind of thing.
Yeah. With, like, a tank gun on his back.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. There are reasons.
Okay.
So everyone else has the situation handled. Everyone here.
Debatable. It's
Why don't
debatable.
you run away again?
Yeah, coward, get out of here.
It's what you're good at.
Sometimes.
What slips direct Princess Leia line? Save yourself. It's what you're good at.
I might just do that. Nah. What I want to do is, I'm gonna try and use appraisal, but on the demons themselves. See if I could, there's a way for me to direct them to Ludwig.
Ooh.
Instead of just all over the place.
Okay.
So, secrets of... Okay. Looking for like a secret or power that I can use to command the demons. 5... 8. So I only get to ask one. What secrets or powers does this object contain? What can I use to direct the demons to Ludwig? I did hold their bottle.
You broke... I'm going to say this. To make him do that, you're going to end up owing one of them a debt. And they're going to want you to do something. And also, not just these demons, a lot of them happen to answer to the big old demon king of this whole region, Chernobog. So you're going to owe Chernobog something.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love his mountain party.
Oh, yeah. Do those nights on Bald Mountain?
So good. I mean, he's gonna turn you into a pig and then throw you in a volcano, but I don't know that.
Yeah, fun
It's
time.
fantastic.
Well,
That's actually
So-
not bad.
Do you want to owe Chernobog a debt?
well,
Becoming vacant.
no one else is here, so Montaylor Whisters itself wouldn't be the first time I owed a demon my soul.
Whoa.
Fine, we'll take the deal. Stop him from killing the rest of us, if you guys can.
What?
Okay. those demons break away from the werewolves, and some of them smash onto Ludwig. He might have just attempted to fire his tank gun, but now he is being bothered and harassed by these horrific demons.
Okay.
So, you're good for the moment. What is you there doing?
Okay, using that distraction of Ludwig, she dashes straight at Ludwig, jumps at him, turns into a mouse and crawls under his armor.
Ooh, okay.
And if I can, I'd like to make an attack, but let me first roll and see if I have to take corruption for that shape change, or if it just fails.
Yeah.
I do not take corruption for that shape change. She is a little green mouse, goes right under his armor, and is going to do a wither on him.
Whoa, nice. Okay.
We'll see if she takes corruption for doing that. No, she doesn't.
And that's 3 harm?
That is 3 harm, armor piercing, and where you can't see it because it's under his armor, but it's like a big patch of bark has started growing on.
Ooh.
Fusing the metal to the...
Yeah, Ludwig does not like... What is Svetlana doing?
Yeah, so now I'm under the armor, under the bark, and I'm just... It's almost like she's a tick. She should turn into
Yeah.
She should have turned into a giant tick.
Oh, man. Or a tiny one.
Or a
so we
tiny
can't get
tick.
it, yeah.
Can I change my mind and say she turned into a tick?
That's totally okay.
She is a tick. Good luck getting that off, dude.
Nice.
And where that bite is happening, it's just radiating bark. You always forget about the insects when you're turning into animals.
Ooh.
They're not really animals.
What's Svetlana
Insects are
doing?
animals.
Or the animal kingdom.
So
They're animals.
Ludwig's engaged. The other werewolves were slightly engaged. Who else might I need to? Any more riflemen in to try to take out? Because
There's a few
Dragomir
left.
is still trying to get things done inside the.
Well, I think he's got the birdcage.
Only she knows that
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
far.
So my mindset is still like in sort of a rage and go after whoever's still out there. So who's closest?
Probably Ludwig is. He's like on the hill.
Ooh. Don't know what I can do to him, but maybe some kind of Achilles heel attack. Or
Oh
something
yeah, like
that.
slicing the tendon there.
Yeah, I don't got much besides like maybe sneak attacks or something where I can get a weak point. Because all I carry is 2 little daggers.
Okay, give me an
It says
attack.
dual.
Yeah.
It says dual Glocks, and I was like, I don't know if I had those.
Well, I mean, they could be pistols, like revolvers or something.
Yeah, too loud. So
All right.
Panush.
Yeah.
Come on. Nope. It's gonna be 7.
Oh,
Sweet.
okay.
So it does connect. There's a connection. So I'll try to inflict a terrible, which takes it to 3 total, and then I guess find myself in a bad spot.
Yeah, which is like,
Yes.
kind of right below his feet.
Yeah, right below a big armored werewolf that's the size of a dinosaur.
Yeah. What is Well, you did some damage. He's not looking so good now. A lot of blood is running down there from that nasty slice.
Excellent.
What is Dragomir doing?
I'm stepping out and saying to the group, "We've got what we need. We can leave if we want." But I look up to my followers. This beast up there bears false witness and is a creature of lies. Kill it. To try to, I'm just gonna ask them to try to shoot this damn thing.
Okay, why don't you do the shepherd thing to exert your will?
Okay. Great. That's a 6.
I will assist because I'm
yes.
doing horrible things
Okay.
to this guy right now. And I
Okay.
feel like that would be helpful.
It would be quite helpful.
Yeah, your power, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah, you're assisting.
Whoa.
Being turned into a tree is really distracting this werewolf.
All right, you get that nice 7.
So they're gonna honor my request for this action, but they're gonna ask some difficult questions and they're gonna demand a debt of me.
Ooh, okay.
Not necessarily at this moment, but could also be after the fact.
What the
All right.
fuck is this werewolf tank? That'll be like
So-
the first question.
Yeah.
So it's,
Let's roll their attack.
oh my god, the worst luck! I've rolled a 5 like the past 3 times.
Oh,
Dude.
no.
I was doing my best here.
Thanks, I
don't
appreciate
think I can
it.
assist
I really
with that.
appreciate it.
So, just a miss.
Yeah, I unfortunately, yeah.
They just shoot you.
Just shoot me!
I don't know about that. We're just not quite able to land
No,
a
no.
shot there.
They probably just bounce.
No, they fire. They just miss,
Oh,
or it doesn't. They kind of hit the armor instead.
Yeah.
25
So
guns.
not quite the fatal shot.
That's okay. This dude's got to find a tick on him.
However, there is some good news. You guys hear some howling, and it's not the enemy. Lady Grey and the Royal Claws come charging out of the woods. They just rush through what's left of the riflemen, tear them apart. When Ludwig sees Lady Grey coming, he turns around and runs.
Whoa.
He probably, are you going to try and hang on, or?
My head and front arms are literally buried into him right now. So, yes.
Well, he doesn't quite really notice you're there.
I mean, I'm a tick.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to hang on. He has to pull me out with tweezers or scare me with fire.
Well, I mean, it's kind of up to you if you want to, let
Oh, yeah,
go.
no, I want to turn him into a tree. I'm not letting him go. If he gets turned into a tree while he's running, it's so Greek mythology, I'm going to barf.
Tree instantly uprates from the
I'm gonna say,
momentum of the tank.
you there. You can keep trying to do it, but it's going to take a long time. There's a lot of wolf here. By the time you totally tree him, you will be behind enemy lines.
Okay.
And even then, it might not necessarily work because he'll get there and start taking off the armor, and he'll have Imperial German surgeons to work on it. So you might take him out or take part of him out. He's very old and very powerful. But this might lead to you being taken prisoner by the Germans.
I can keep doing 3 harm to him this whole time.
Yeah, but I mean, these are tons of health. So you can do this, and it will severely weaken him. I don't know if it will kill him.
Well, the whole point is to tree this guy. If it's basically GM fiat that I can't do it, then I will drop off.
Well, it's you could. It would take a year. He'd be a tree in 1918.
Dang. How much damage can this guy take?
A lot.
3 million.
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
All right. Now I'll drop off.
All right.
It was going to be cool, but I'll drop off.
Probably a good idea. So Lady Grey is saying as she's roaring to her, the claws and to you guys, she's artillery's inbound, fall back, fall back.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Nope. Yes, I agree.
So as you guys are hurrying away, the first artillery strikes start coming down.
Yeah.
And one of them just, what's that?
I'm a horse and ride.
Yeah, one of them just actually levels Pan Tardowski's cabin,
Oh.
blowing it apart. You do see the Domovoy is kind of trapped in the ruins there.
Goodbye, old friend.
I mean, he's literally tied to the
He's
house.
tied to the house. I mean, not much. We appreciate all you've done for us.
Who blew it up?
Russians?
Yeah, just some artillery.
Wait, the Russians blew it up?
Yeah, they're shooting artillery at this position.
Or it might have been the Germans. It's kind of hard to tell.
Somebody is shooting artillery here. Let's get the heck out of here.
She's real mad about this.
We can ask these questions later, but right now let's not die.
So we'll cut ahead to back at the camp. You're all meeting. You're debriefing once again with Tsar Nicholas. He is looking a little bit distraught. He's well, guess what? The offensive failed.
I wonder how that could happen.
I am very sorry to hear this.
No, I know it. The troops, their hearts were not full up with patriotic zeal, and they failed.
They haven't been
Those
the past
cowards.
10 times.
Exactly. But the 11th one, I know it. Another offensive will grant us victory.
It couldn't be anything with the leadership. No, of course not.
I agree. What better leadership could
give
there
him
be? I am
ideas.
Tsar. Svetlana, you have something you would like to say to your Tsar?
If I can, I'd like to try to persuade him to listen to his military advisors.
Nice.
I mean, I fired them all earlier
Oh,
because
well,
they
then.
said they thought they knew better than me, the Tsar.
Never
So
mind.
clearly they had to go.
Never mind.
Well, anyway, another offensive is coming up, so get ready.
Can
But
I-
you,
Can I do something?
well, let me give his announcement real quick, and then we'll see if you want to do a kind of final thing on the Tsar as you head out. He's you have done your job very well, whatever exactly it was, but I'm sure it'll make my wife happy, and she wants you back. And furthermore, Rasputin wants you back. And what Mr. Rasputin wants, he gets. So I want you to head right back and he'll be waiting for you in Petrograd for an important audience. He seemed, Mr. Tchaikovsky, he seemed very determined to meet with you.
I'm sure I'm close to him.
So, with that, I will send you on your way. But you there, you wanted to do something? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
I was gonna say good luck, Tsar, on your
good luck,
on your
Tsar.
military conquest.
Thank you. Victory will soon be ours.
I am going to take a point of corruption because that was a bold-faced lie.
Oh, so true. What is you there going to do before she kind of heads out?
What did he just
No,
say?
you're shitting. Don't think
Something about conquest. I was gonna have a rejoinder for that, and now I forgot what it was.
Oh.
Totally pointless, anyways, because it's like 5 lines later.
Oh,
Now, but that's all right. So she approaches the Tsar.
yes?
She sort of pats him on the shoulder. Maybe you will start to feel more sympathy for your people. And she is doing bedlam to place him in an emotional state, which is love. And I will mark a corruption to make it towards his people, or I'm going to roll twice and see if I can mark it.
Oh, okay.
So the making him feel love succeeded without marking corruption. And having it directed towards his people marks corruption.
Okay. He's like, well, actually, maybe I will give my troops a little bit of a respite to restore their morale before the next offensive.
You are most gracious and loving.
I certainly am. So we'll cut ahead after that miserable...
She's so concerned about the troops and turning things into trees.
Yeah, no, you guys are actually like...
Captain Planet.
Yeah. This was the most sort of moral outing in a while for you guys. Despite Egantre's, his escapades.
Moral. I mean,
You there is always moral. There's not been a...
Yeah.
She's like my one moral character that
Yeah,
I've
it's
played on
interesting.
any of these shows.
So we'll cut ahead. You guys return to the glory of Petrograd, also starving and on the verge of revolution. And all you guys head into the Peterhof, that great palace. As you come in to relax, Tchaikovsky, you are taken aside by Rasputin, who looks a little worried. He's not his usual happy, amorous self.
what is wrong? What is wrong, Rasputin?
You are wearing pants. What is wrong?
Yeah,
You have clothes on.
I know,
Is
fully
everything
clothed.
okay?
he's like, Dragomir, my brother, I am going to die. I know it. I can sense it, taste it in the air. I can smell my death approaching.
That is most unfortunate. I would prefer you not to die personally, but
I would as well, but I have served my purpose, and I know this empire is doomed, despite my best efforts. Despite everything, there's no way the Romanovs will survive much longer. And
that
I
is
fear...
very concerning. That
Yes.
do you fear that their end also comes? I mean, wasn't there a plot that failed recently?
Against me, yes, and perhaps against them.
Would you?
Well-
I guess that would make sense why you'd all have targets.
This scene is just between you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is true. No, there's nothing... I know it, and more than that, I accept it. This is the end of my story. But I will ask you this. I have tried to conduct a great work. After I am gone, my brother, will you carry it on without me?
Yes. What is this great work?
I will tell you more about it very soon. I just wish you know that when I am gone, you will take control of those who have surrounded me, my friends, my fellow mystics, those who delve into magic, the Raskolniks. I would like you to lead them when I am gone.
It'd be a great honor. That is a lot to think about.
I agree. Now, let us put such grim matters out of our mind and party. I have fresh vodka in my room. Come, join me. And then he turns back to you
Okay.
guys. All you are welcome. So, as he beckons you in for another great Rasputin party,
Yep.
we're going to draw this episode to a close. So let's sort of let's go around and talk about those final moves, saying if one faction went up, one went down, why you think that, and also you think you owe anybody here a debt, or any of the players owe you a debt. So maybe we'll start with Egontre, because we kind of had the closing scene with Dragomir there. So who went up, who went down, who do you owe, or who owes you?
Right. So which faction would go up in this place? Not
Yeah,
Mortality, not Knight.
Yeah, they're all
Power,
kind of...
maybe, but nah. It's trying to swindle him. And Wild? Oh, definitely not Wild. Because now I owe something to demons. Great.
Yeah.
So no faction went up or down, and as for depths, that would require Egontre to feel shame. He does not. So, no.
Alright, how about you there?
Her knight's already at -3, and her wild's already at 3. Her power's already at 2, and her mortality's already at 0, and that's where they should all be.
Okay.
And I don't think she owes anybody a debt. Not do you? I can't see it.
Yeah, nobody really...
She canceled a couple debts with him for giving her the necklace.
Yeah, that is
back.
true. There was some debts gone into it, so...
Still owe you 5.
4 now. Because
4.
I actually... Someone broke an important promise to you and swore they would make it up to you. They owe you 2 debts, so that the necklace was actually worth 2 debts.
Oh,
So I canceled 2 debts on that. So now I can't heal you as often. But that's okay. Oh, that reminds me, Svetlana only has 1 debt with me now. But yeah, I don't see any of that changing. She's disappointed to not have made a giant apple tree out of a werewolf, but
There's always next
Single
time.
tier.
How about,
it could have been really useful as a tree.
I know. It'd be huge.
Well, you just turn all our enemies into trees. How about Svetlana? What's going
like
up? What's
the
going
motto
down?
of her high school.
Let's turn them all to trees.
So who shot at me exactly? Who are these soldiers?
They were the
mortality?
Germans, yeah.
So they suck. They go down 1.
I mean, I would say like the Russian army and the leadership of the Russian Empire.
Yeah, I'm not going to hate
mortality.
all mortals, but they just make me hate generality more. Let's see, and then Sarina was part of Power. Is that correct? We're in good standing with her again.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's Power, I'll go up 1 more in that.
That makes sense. I mean, 'cause you did what you asked her. You stopped the Wolf Brigade from taking over that cabin.
Which promptly got
Yeah, blood, yeah.
did.
Well, we got all the important bits out.
That is true.
Not the
War
guy
is
who was
senseless
actually living there,
and
but, hey.
horrible.
He was a spirit tied to the house. He can't leave anyways.
Yeah, now he's a horrible, desolate house spirit that is going to wreak revenge upon people.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's what war does.
You should see the number of tree spirits that are bent for the destruction of all mankind.
I can assume there's quite a bit.
Soon there will be a reckoning as we cause your atmosphere to turn to fire.
Oh boy.
Sounds like fun. Hopefully I won't be around to live. Hopefully I will not live long enough to deal with that.
So the
Climate
Domovoy
change.
gave us the,
Yeah.
When you
Gives
burn
the
a tree,
gifts,
you
right?
are cursed in such a way.
What's that, Svetlana?
the Domovoy gave us the gifts, right?
Then I
Yes.
burn trees. I burn wood.
He's wild too. He's like a spirit.
Okay. I know
He
him.
is already dead by the time it gets to me.
He gave me a cool cloak.
You could maybe go back and see if there's some way to save him.
If not, I will say something good about him and try to like sort
A
of like,
eulogy.
like
Yeah,
homages.
maybe Baba Yaga could do something. So
And then because I would say still scared, or now maybe even just more confused, but thankful, because laying there nearly dying. Yeah, you gave me some health back. So I
yeah,
appreciate
that
So
her
another
weird
day.
behavior and
Oh,
then
okay.
that
That
cat's
means I can
touch.
heal you again.
Yeah.
Debts with me are good for you.
Okay.
And how about or is there anything else, Svetlana?
No, I would say she was quite helpful, and the Domovoy was quite helpful. So that would be. And you didn't run away from me.
I told you to run. I
I'm
assumed
not
you
gonna
would
s-
follow.
I'm not going to call it because you did say run.
Yes.
Just run away.
And how about Dragomir?
I think for me, mortality is going to go down 1 because he just saw the senseless brutality, senseless stupidity of the Tsar, and the fact that no one wants to stand up to him.
Yeah.
And I think Wild increases, mainly because I assume that the Domovor is part of that faction, as well as the excellent work that you there has done for us tonight.
Yeah,
with
the
the food,
battlefield.
all of that was, I mean, like, not even just like the food, like not like battle, but like the food and all that, the apples, that was brilliant. And actually, I believe I owe her a debt for that, because I believe that without her, we would not have gotten this object.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Dragon arrows made that.
Svetlana.
Was the Domovoy wild or is he power?
He's wild.
Like a fairy spirit of the house.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be okay with you thinking about power because he's kind of part of Pan Tartarovsky's.
Well, he'll be something I ask about maybe like the next session start, like rolling wild and finding out maybe more about him. And
Yeah, so you can find some way to save him.
more.
All I know is that I level up next game, and I'm going to take a move from the corrupted to have my awesome battle form.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'll
that'll be
level
cool to
up
see.
next one, too.
And it'll be very cool to see everybody next time as we go to episode 4 of this arc.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Our
already?
penultimate episode. Yeah, this was 3.
This movie's going by so
I
fast.
know. Episode 4, a
know
lot
we're-
more,
Like a whole
some
session.
more palace
I know we're
intrigue,
wrong.
Right in the
and
middle of it.
the death of Rasputin. An episode entitled
Oh no.
"The Bell Will
Spoilers.
Toy." Yeah, sorry for history. Sorry for history. Could be the whole name of the
Sorry
show.
for
Probably
history.
100 years ago.
Right?
How do you not know?
Sorry for having put a great name for the show, actually.
Yeah, sorry for
Oh,
history.
you know what? Maybe the next thing of this, that's just historical recreations.
Yeah.
I'm trademarking Sorry for History as a podcast.
That's
And-
brilliant.
By the way,
I've trademarked it. I have it for a year and a half now. This
We'll,
is
we'll
official.
Sorry
kind of ruin
for
everything by
history.
like trying to kill Hitler in 1934. And
Hey, when we get there, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Oh my god.
Sorry for history.
This is my evidence for the patent office.
Now it has to happen, though, Patrick. It has to happen. It has to happen.
I know, right?
I'm
It's
going to
like
hold
just
you
gonna
to
be
that,
like recounting
man.
All the worst episodes of history are just like bizarre facts, like the Roman Empire mostly sold a disgusting fish paints. It took 2 years to ferment.
Oh god, I
Sorry for
love.
history.
Sorry for
I've always
history.
wanted to taste that, honestly. The fermented fish sauce by the Romans. It sounds so gross, but it also sounds really interesting.
Maybe
And it was like
it's
their number one
good.
export. Like people loved it.
They ate it with everything.
Yeah, it was like their peanut butter.
It was, yeah,
It's
it's
very-
gross.
We do educate
That's true.
Occasionally.
during these shows.
And episode, we'll be very sorry for history when we have Rasputin dying in episode 4 when the bell tolls 3 times.
Oh, no.
Very excited next week for the end of our Mad Monk.
Yeah, stay tuned for more history and more education. Like the conclusive, difference between what a cult and a congregation is. We now know.
Do we? Do we really?
I mean, I think everybody would like to know that one.
It's perspective.
No, very true.
So, thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for playing, guys. So, we will see you next week. Hopefully, all that stuff we're going to schedule for next week. So, we will talk to you soon. And until then, you have to make time to what?
Table.
Yeah, I
That
threw
was
for
a
a
different
living.
one. We
Do
got
you want me to pull up a chair?
Make time to
Make time to
tabletop.
tabletop.
Pull up a chair, Expo.
Make time to tabletop. Third time's
This
the
is
charm.
why.
There we
This is why you don't screw with the
I know.
formula.
Well, I was trying to put the Expo in the thing, and it didn't work out. So
Yeah, no,
I should
I
practice
appreciate
more
Yeah,
off
it just-
camera.
It threw us all off.
I know, that's my bad.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night.
Right.